Hey y'all, today I am going live because I'm adding that peg wall, and I thought it'd be cool for y'all to see the behind the work scenes since I see that some of y'all like to see the behind the scenes footage. So I'm adding another peg wall. I've already got started with this one here, and I'm going to go ahead and add the thing. And so this will be my new wall to put up more of the stuff that if you were on my live last night, you would have saw that I'm running out of space here in the Alabaster Box. But I've been meaning to do this space for a while and I just haven't. So today is a great day to add to the wall. So I'm going to be adding a new pegboard wall to go into the Alabaster Box room so that I can continue to store products here in the room and have them out of boxes and packages. That way I can easily access things, pull, as well as when I invite shoppers or allow people to come in, they can come in and be able to pull the pieces that they actually want and not have to go searching, seeking, and looking for stuff. So today, literally, if you see me live, I'm literally just putting this up. So my attention is gonna be mostly over here, but I'll be looking at the comments from time to time. It shouldn't take me very long. It's gonna be just a few minutes. But if you want to watch and see. I'm a rookie. Keep that in mind. I've gotten used to putting up what I've done here, but I'm not a professional. But I've learned to do what I need to do to make it work for me. Okay, because I like to save money. I'm frugal. My hair is up in my bonnet because we're not going to get any dust in my hair. So I'm just going to simply be putting this peg wall up. I already put up the first one to help me out. It is a little harder when you're only one person and you have to put up these boards that are quite long by yourself and try to drill and hold still and keep them all measured. So what I'm going to do, I've learned how to be smart in my trial and error of getting things up in this room. So I've already put up one board by myself, and I've drilled 4 screws in. Okay, I found the peg studs. These are 3-inch screws. So I'm using 3-inch screws. Well, these are actually 2.5. I think. Yeah, these are 2-inch. I'm sorry. I've done 3, and a lot of them I ran out of my 3s, but I had a box of 2, so I've been using 2-inch. But I've used 3-inch mostly across the room, but some 2-inch. I'm using 2-inch right now to actually drill them in. I use a stud finder. Okay, helps find the studs. It's very simple. You kind of take it, put it on the wall. Move that out the way. Sorry, y'all. Y'all see my little setup, my packages, and how I do my shipping. All right, and it goes green. And I'm sorry. And as you go, you'll keep going until it dings. And you'll see right here, it gets red. There's a red arrow right there. The light's green. It lets you know that you have a stud. Okay? So if you never use that, stud finder. These are about $11 or $12 at the local Home Depot. Probably the same at Lowe's if you have a Lowe's near. But Home Depot's closest to me, so that's where I shop. All right, so it tells you there's an edge right there, 11, 12 bucks. Really simple, it's flat. My brother taught me how to go across. I was doing it that way, but you go that way. So, because most studs run up and down, mostly. So that's helpful. Got a nice drill. Okay, got a nice drill. And that's how I'm drilling my holes. So what I'm about to do now is actually, I'm gonna lay my pegboard that I bought at the Home Depot. These were already pre-cut this size. I didn't have to get them cut. You can get the full panels and have them cut in any size you want. But these are the pre-cut. They run about 11 to 12 bucks each on each piece. Of course, I bought a lot of them when I first started working on the room. I still had about 5 panels left. So I'm using those 5 panels because what we don't do is waste money here at the Alabaster Box, okay? So I did paint them black. They come white, such as these. Like these, I'm gonna paint black because I did not paint them. They come white like that. I spray painted them black, 98 cents a can. 98 cents a can to spray paint them black. These do not want to stay on. To spray paint them black. So 1 can for 2 sheets pretty much works. So that the black goes better with my decor versus all that white making it too bright. The black kind of blends in better. So what I'm going to do now is I'm planning on putting multiple sheets, and I want to see how many sheets I can put across that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw the sheet in so I can see how many sheets I can get across. Also to tell me how low I need to put the other board so that I can make sure that it's going to be enough length to where I can have it at the very bottom of the board and get it on there. So that's what you're about to see me do. So like I said, if you're watching, I'm just adding another panel to the Alabaster Box room. Thank those for who dropped in and those who kind of peeked in, saw it, and left. I know it's nothing major today. All right, so we want to make sure, I like to make sure I can actually start at the very top. So I go down, I make sure my board's high enough to go down to where I can get my hooks. I didn't show you the hooks either. I'm sorry, guys. I try to make sure you can see everything. So I have these plastic, what we call J hooks, and this is the back. You hook it in. So I try to make sure that it's high enough to where I can start at the very top. All of mine are like that in this room, except for one side. I messed up when I did it, and I didn't want to make it too high with the way that I had it done. So only one of mine, I don't start at the very top, or two, should I say. But you want to make sure you can get them in at the very top. So I go down to where the board is here, because product will be hanging down, so I won't need those lower holes right there on the third and fourth row. So I make sure the first two rows are clear so that I can hook, because it takes the first two, because one goes in the top, the second one goes in the second row, so you want to make sure that you can hook it in. So I'm gonna lightly screw these in real quick, just so I can kind of get an idea of how many I can get across, because right now my goal is to see how many sheets I can actually get across the board, so I'll know how to make it work. So let's see. What I want to do right now, I'm just going to screw it in, and this is going to give me a good idea of how many I can get across. All right. I'm not a professional handyman. I just know how to do what it is I'm doing. All right. Trial and error. Trial and error. So the top two rows are clear of the board. So I'm going to screw this in right here just enough to hold it in place. All right, so now that's screwed on the board, so I can see that that's flush. I can get my J-hook. I can get my J-hook in to the board. See, all the way across, I'm able to get my J-hook in. It's clear. So I know that's good. So now I'm going to add another sheet so I can see how many sheets across I'm going to put. Right now, I'm thinking maybe 3. I don't think I can get a full 4. Hey, Jackie C, how you doing? We talked about you last night. They told me to tell you thank you. Thank you for how you re-gifted those things. They really appreciate it. Come on, Wi-Fi. I hope you are doing good down there. I'm just adding to the room today. I'm going to paint the whiteboards black. I'm just kind of getting my sizing, my spacing, so I know how many I need across to make sure of the spacing. So nothing major. I'm just showing y'all what goes on behind the scenes, because they got a little behind the scenes last night, and I see that people like to see the behind the scenes work that goes into continuing to keep the Alabaster Box a growing entity, right? All right, so both lines are up. All right. This thing is powerful. All right, so now that's the second board. And I bought 3 boards up. I still have some in the garage. I didn't think I would need more than 3, and I think I'm good. Yeah, see, I'm not gonna be able to do more than 3 boards. More than 3 boards easily. And that's still a little bit more, because I'm still gonna have a little bit of extra spacing here. So unless I take a board and have it cut real narrow to fill in that gap, that's pretty much gonna be the way it's gonna look. So 3 boards across is pretty much what I'm gonna get now that I see that. Yeah, see you soon. Thank you for stopping by. So I know that it'll be 3 boards across for the most part. I can definitely go and cut that little extra piece, but what I don't want to do is lose my stud. I don't have studs all the way across the wall. They're in certain spots, so I'm gonna leave it the way it is, and I'll figure out a way to mask the extra piece of wood. But even not, it's just a little piece of wood. I mean, it's not a big deal. I need the stud more than I need the cosmetic visual. So that's important. All right, so now I'm going to take this other piece. These, I forgot what we call these. What do we call these? That's a good question. But you can buy them at your local Home Depot. I don't know where yours come, but this was like the little tag that comes on them. But they are about $3 a piece. They're about $3 a piece. Okay. And you can get the little tag. You probably can't see it. You need a zoom. But these are 1x2s by 8. 1x2 by 8 is what the measurements are. They come easily. They already come cut and everything. They're about $3 a piece. Roughly about $3 a piece to get these, $2 to $3 a piece. And so I bought several because I need 2 for every pegboard wall I put up. Hey V, how you doing, hun bun? I'm just showing some behind the scene footage of what I be doing up here. They got a little bit last night after my live, so I'm adding a new pegboard wall because I need it. I'm preparing the Alabaster Box for guests. Okay, we've had a few, like 5 guests that I've allowed in here, but for real shoppage. Okay, I've been doing a lot of virtual, but we're getting ready for real shoppage now. So I gotta finish getting everything up here, and I need the wall. So I'm adding another wall to this great room. So now I take these 1x2 by 8s. Like I said, they're really simple. This is what I use to put the space between the wall and the pegboard. Between the wall and the pegboard. Hey Shay, how you doing? What's up? That's my personal sponsor, y'all. Shay right there. All right. V, thank you so much. I appreciate you. All right. So this is what I use to put the space between the wall. But I screw these into the studs in the wall to be secure. That's where my weight support is. And then I use this to space the pegboard from the wall. So that way I screw the pegboard into the wood is screwed to the wall. And then that makes it where I can hang my jewelry, put my pegs in, and it's not hitting the wall. And I use, again, these J-hook pegs. Hey, Claudia, how you doing, hon? Welcome, welcome. Hey, Kermisha, how you doing? Oh, my boo thing. Come on, UC. Look, all my commerce people coming on. But yeah, that's what I use. That way these don't hit the wall because you have to be able to put them through. So that's what I use. And all of this information I found actually through Home Depot. So I'm just letting you know, I'm not a professional. I just know how to use Google University for what I need it for. So that's how I get my hooks in. That's how everything's secured into the wall. And so when you look around the Alabaster Box, and I'll give y'all a tour once I'm done with this part again. I did one last night in my live, but I'll do another one to show you kind of what it looks like all the way around. But the whole room is done. I'm adding just another wall that I haven't added because I didn't think I would fill as much of these spaces I did, but everything in here is almost completely full minus one bracelet wall. It's not full, but all my necklace wall is full. I have 2 bracelet walls. 1 of 2 is full. The other one is almost full. My earring wall is overflowing. It's completely compact, maxed out, and it's one of my biggest walls. It's just crazy. So anyway, all right. So this, I'm just gonna kind of get a feel for how low I need to go. I want it to end flush with the board. And this is the reason for those who've been watching why I have not added my baseboard yet, because I always want to make sure how low I'm gonna go. Let me point y'all down so y'all can see what I'm doing. Okay, can y'all see? Okay, y'all can see a little bit more. Still not far enough. Let me see if I can get y'all. Okay, there we go. So this is why I did not add my baseboards yet, because I want to make sure that I don't get these baseboards and then I can't get stuff on there. So what I'm doing now is simply just getting it flush with the pegboard itself so that I know that it's going to be flush with where the boards stop for the most part. And you'll never get it 100% perfect, but you want it to be as flush as possible so that way your boards won't be messed up. And so now that I have it flush, I'm able to go ahead and get my screws in where I need to get them in. Because I'm by myself, I would do a little bit of tricks. I would either screw the pegboard in to one of the pegs, just using one screw to secure it to hold the board in place so that I can actually secure it on the ends, which is probably what I'm about to do. Or I can pre-screw and do it that way. But what I'm gonna do is my way, because I'm by myself. It really works best with 2 hands. But since I'm always by myself and I did the Alabaster Box alone by myself, minus my brother putting in my electrical, my lighting, this is how I've been doing it to make it work for one person. So I'm just gonna use one screw, secure it on the board in the middle, and then I'm gonna screw the ends down, and then that way I can actually have it stable in place into the studs and making sure that I'm hitting the stud. So I usually can use my eye going down, but I'm gonna show you again using the stud finder how it works. All I hope y'all are having a good day today. Let me see. All right. Let me see. All right. So I'm going to use this one as my guinea pig. And let's see, we're going to go about right there. All right, just enough to get it hold in place. I don't have to screw a hole in the pegboard because the pegboard already has holes, right? And so now all I'm going to do is now secure the board to the studs in the wall. I put 4 screws in, so the outer studs and then the 2 middle studs in the middle. So right now I'm going to use my stud finder. All right. So we know our stud is right here in this area. So I know now where I need to go, which I already kind of know because I've already drilled some holes earlier. And so now we just need to get it in the wall. All right, so that one is now secure. I need to put another one on the other end, and then I screw in the middles last, just in case I need to make any adjustments before I do that. All right, so let's see. I need to get this one over here in, which means now I can actually take this screw out so that I can get to the all right. So now I'm taking that pegboard off so I can actually get to the bottom to be able to screw it in. And again, I can use my stud finder to make sure there is a stud there before I screw it in. But I already know kind of where it needs to align based on the previous one. All right. So I know it needs to be closer to the wall. So we're going to go about right there. Just a second. All right. And now we secured the ends, and all we got to do now is secure the middle. Can y'all believe I'm teaching a hardware type of thing? I don't even like to get dirty. That's not my thing, but it's possible. All right, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and put in the extra 2 in the middle, and then I have my spacing. I'm gonna paint my pegboard and get them up, and then I'll be ready to start hanging stuff. It's that simple, y'all. So this one is about right there. And again, stud finder to make sure that I'm in the right area for my stud. So about right here. All right, I made a mark on the wood so that way I know where to drill at. And then we're gonna go ahead and secure again with another screw. Okay, and I need to do one more. And I'm gonna have to take this one out as well. Be able to get to it clearly. And I can take this screw out as well. All right. Throw that right there on the side. All right. And again, get my stud finder to make sure I'm in the right location. Right. Make a mark on my wood and then screw it in. There we go. All right, and now you can see that it's secure in spot. It was even bowed. It's not even bowed anymore. It's a little. It does have a natural hump in the wood, but it doesn't matter because the peg wasn't covered up. We just need it for the spacing. And that's how we do that. And then all I do is secure my pegboard. So I'm going to secure the one that's already painted black, but I got to paint the other two black. And again, 98-cent bottle of spray paint from Home Depot. 1 can of spray paint will take care of 2 of these sheets that are already pre-cut this size. So what I normally do is put 4 screws on the ends, and I'm going to screw them from the 3rd and 4th row because I'm going to use the first 2 row to hang product. So keep that in mind. All right. So we're going to go back to the drawing board. All right. Let me get it flush. Make sure that both rows are flush, and I can get the pegboard in. And then all I do, come over just slightly. Yeah, I can come over just slightly because I have space on the other side to play with. And then I just screw it in. All right, that's one side. And then I need 1 more screw, and we're going to secure that, and we'll have it secured in the spot. All right. I dropped my screw. This thing is powerful, so you have to be really careful with it. All right, there's a screw right there, so I'm gonna have to come in just slightly. Don't want it too high. Make sure it's not exceedingly high. Okay, that should be fine. So we're gonna come in right here. All right, now that one's there. And then I can screw in my bottom. And I just gotta go get me some paint. I don't think I have enough spray paint to paint these two, so I'll get a can of paint. But that's all I'm gonna do. Let me show y'all the bottom while I do that. All right, and now my board is fully secure. You see it has no movement anymore. And I would just do the same thing with the other 2 pegboards. And that is literally how I get a wall. So now I can go in and add my stuff. Like I said, I use a top row. Then I won't use this row because product will be covering that up. So that's why the screws don't matter there. And then I have enough space to start from the 5th and 6th row, because the 3rd and 4th row, the wood will be blocking that. So your product, I'm using mostly necklaces over here, so they're gonna hang on to it anyway. So it doesn't matter to me. But even if it was earrings, you probably still need that space. So that's why. So just being kind of systematic in where you're putting your screws and how you're hanging your board, and that's how we're gonna get our pegboard up. So that's that. Now, for those who've never seen what I do, and again, excuse the mess, because I did move some stuff out the way to start getting this preparing this little space. So let me put this here. Okay, I'm gonna put my little white pegboard there that I got a spray paint. I'm gonna take it back downstairs so I can spray paint it. But real quick, I'm gonna give you a snapshot of the Alabaster Box. Because this is still a functioning store, y'all. So I have things that I had to move out the way to add to. This is my mirror I'm gonna hang as well. I need to do some touch-ups. I've messed it up a little bit. All right, so let me show y'all real quick another walkthrough for those on my live. This will be posted on Facebook. I'm on, on YouTube. I'm on Facebook now. But just a real quick look for those who've never been in my store. And I posted pictures, but I never posted any live footage of me walking around the store fully stocked up, okay? I'm sorry, y'all. Look, y'all see the back of my house and all that stuff. Crazy. I still have painter's tape up because if I need to make any touch-ups, I didn't want to pull it off until I knew I didn't have any more touch-ups. So it's a work in progress, which is why nobody's come over just yet. All right, so this is the Lucille Ball Showroom is what I call it. So Lucy's inspired everywhere. You can see the bracelets, my long necklaces. I don't have my curtains up yet. So yes, I have little throw blankets blocking the sun, the natural light that comes in here, but I'm getting some custom, some branded curtains or custom curtains that'll be custom to the room itself. So you'll see little in progress stuff going on right now, but I'm not ashamed of it. All right, so I got my displays. Lucille ball is everywhere. Y'all know I'm a big Lucy fan. That's the bracelet wall that's almost done, but not done yet. Okay, really nice. So you have another window there. There's another light going to be added right here because it's a little dark here. So my brother's adding another light. My favorite picture of all the Lucy pictures. This is just where she really glows. And then again, you'll see more displays, sets and things. See that little piece of wood? I didn't cut it because I needed it, but I can actually cut that one because the end is not in the stud. So I may trim that off today if I can get a chance. And then you'll see all my short necklaces. I keep the packages on. A lot of people don't. I do because it makes it easier, especially when packaging people's stuff up, so that necklaces and things don't get tangled because they will. This is probably one of your favorite Lucy episodes. Okay. And then the infamous earring wall that if you've ever seen me go live, y'all see part of it, but you don't see it all. So when you wonder, okay, he's always talking about earrings. There we go. And as I told you, I don't have my baseboards on yet because I wanted to make sure of anything. I haven't finished taking off anything that's in progress until I know for sure these are the final changes to the room because I've been making changes as I go. And since it's just me, I do it as needed. But that's the infamous earring wall. You're looking at about 700 plus earrings, different varieties. Earrings there. And then I also have a little overflow board with overflow product, like more earrings, more things that I go. The new 2021 Z's are there, and some of down there in the boxes. And then even on the back of that board, you have the 2020 Z's and even some 2019, 2018, or in 2017 Z's there. So that is pretty much the room. And then I have my little work table, and this is the behind the scenes. That's the work table. It's going to be repainted and everything to go with the theming of the room. It's not now, but again, it's just me in here, so I don't make a big killing about it. So just in case, and you wonder why the bags are there, that's because I've been moving stuff up and moving stuff around. And so I just put them in quick little bags, and then I empty it all out once I'm getting everything put up where it's supposed to go. So that's how, you see Lucy up there? She's everywhere in this room. She's everywhere. All right. That's how the Alabaster Box is, and this is how it's coming. So hopefully this will be another behind the scenes look at you that you can enjoy and that you will love. I hope that that's been helpful to anybody who's trying to put pegboard up in their house. I did have to cut these. They were a little longer than here. All the rest of the room, I didn't cut them too much. They pretty much were the length that I needed. But I did have to trim it here. I trimmed it with a simple little hand saw, measured it out, made a little mark. They trim really easy. They're not, like I said, they're not that thick. So you don't need a major saw or like a power saw. A little hand saw or buzz saw can get through that really, really easy. But a hand saw works best. That's what I use. A couple of swipes and it was over. But they're really sturdy. They hold up product. You see how much product is on these. They hold up a lot of weight once you have them screwed in. Again, 3-inch nails are good. 3-inch to 3.5-inch will be great to make sure it's really in the stud, but a 2-inch will get in most studs, depending on your house probably. But a 3-inch will be probably the more ideal. I ran out of my 3, but I had a whole box of 2s I hadn't used, so that's what I used to get it done today. And then you can order the J-hooks off of Amazon or wherever you choose to purchase them at. All right, guys, that's it. That's my quick little live showing you kind of some behind the scenes of what I do here in the Alabaster Box and adding more stuff in here. Y'all saw some clips, but you never saw me actually doing it, a lot of it live. So I hope that was helpful. I'm B Banks of B Banks' Alabaster Box. I thank y'all for stopping by. Hopefully this will help somebody if you're trying to figure out how to hang your pegboard or what you're going to do or just what goes on behind the scenes of what we do here when you actually create a working creation jewelry store or boutique or whatever you want to call it. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Love y'all all. Bye.